Hey, so I wanted to talk a little bit about Star Wars and about Kylo Ren, which is like the new dark side, Sith character. Well, I guess he's not. I don't know if he's really a Sith or what the whole deal is with that, but in any case, he's a dark side character, and a lot of people have been saying that he's Luke Skywalker. And I don't think that makes sense at all for various reasons. I think some of them are simple and some of them are like kind of obvious. And I think some are maybe not so obvious, but I think from various aspects, it really doesn't make sense. By the way, I did not put this poster up just for this video. I've had it up for a while. But I did sort of wear this shirt for the video. I mean, I'll wear it later, but um, okay, so one of the big things about it is whenever you are, continuing this like huge franchise, this huge trilogy, it sort of makes sense to not like nullify everything that's happened in the previous trilogy. And seeing as how Luke Skywalker is the main character, I mean, of course you have like Han Solo and Leia and all that, but Luke Skywalker is kind of the main character, right? I mean, he sees the most screen time, I would assume. You basically are taking his storyline from those three movies and you're just like throwing it out the window. And that's not a good idea. I mean, that's like, that should be pretty obvious, I would think, but, obviously people need to hear it from somebody. So, that doesn't make any sense. And that's one of the things about the prequels that was problematic. And they didn't even do it for major things. They did it for minor things, like sort of changing the way that you would think Yoda would be and, just plot aspects with certain characters, and it like sort of it almost nullifies your enjoyment of the original trilogy. I mean, I still like the original trilogy, obviously, but you sort of have to either discount the prequels or you have to enjoy the original trilogy less. And so that's why people don't like the prequels, one of the reasons. Um, but yeah, I think it's like a horrible idea to just suddenly have a character be a dark side character. And I realize it's been like 35 years, but you don't just change a character and nullify everything that's happened to him. Now, if they want to make him go towards the dark side again, which I don't really think is viable for a story either. Um, if they want to do that, then that's something that's possible. Um, the other thing about Kylo Ren, I mean, these are like more minor aspects. They're not story or plot aspects. It's not These aren't things that are like, is it a good idea? I'm just talking about things that are like, that show that it's not Luke Skywalker. So one of the main things that I think is pretty like telling is, okay, so he has this lightsaber, right? And people notice like it's kind of this unique looking lightsaber. It's got, sort of like a shaft. Ooh, ooh. Okay, anyway, it's pretty weird. So it's got like the hilt and the shaft. It's kind of different from what you would expect a lightsaber, which is just a blade. And so it's pretty unique. And but the other thing about it is, like, if you look at it, it doesn't look right. Like most lightsabers that we've seen, they're very like solid looking. It's like a line, right? Um, and this one is not like that. This one sort of is like a line, but it has sparks like shooting out of it. And if you look at it, it looks like it's kind of got like flame coming out, or little sparks. And why would Luke that? You know, I think it doesn't make sense from a lot of different aspects. One, why would he have an unconventional lightsaber? Wouldn't he have a lightsaber that he already knows how to use, like a regular lightsaber? Yes, he would. Even if it was red or whatever. Um, would it have little sparks coming out of it? No, because he knows how to make a lightsaber, because he's a Jedi. Pretty obvious stuff. Obviously, there's other things that are just like pretty telling, you know, like Adam Driver is supposed to be playing Kylo Ren. And then, there's like pictures of Luke Skywalker already floating around the internet, and he doesn't look like Kylo Ren at all. And then, there's like, I think if you even watch the original trailer, it doesn't really make sense because there's a picture of him, holding his hand out and he's touching R2D2. And I thought it was like pretty obvious, that's Luke Skywalker, but whatever, hard to say. So, my thinking is the whole thing doesn't really make sense. Luke Skywalker needing to like create this new lightsaber that doesn't look right, and then it nullifies the whole original trilogy. I think it doesn't make sense from like a story aspect, like what would Luke Skywalker's motivations be to create this like new thing, and why would he be like, to me, Kylo Ren seems like this character of like, hey, I'm a little confused, or I'm like a little deluded, and like, so I've created this like new order. We've created this new way. Like Darth Vader was actually a really good guy. It's kind of like, turning Hitler into like a this icon, and then following him. Like, it takes a deluded person to do that, not someone like Luke Skywalker. But anyway, so don't expect to see Luke Skywalker as Kylo Ren. It's basically my take on it. Sorry to ruin it for you. Bye.